Hi, I'm Dr. Kevin Earl at Earl MD. Today is our first day of our first edition of Ask the Sculptor. How did we come up with the idea of Ask the Sculptor? Ask the Sculptor came about as a result of several patients that were asking questions on Instagram and Facebook and through email about some of our procedures. Particularly right now, CoolSculpting is very popular. We have a lot of questions that people are asking. We want to be able to answer all those questions so people are informed. And the idea of the sculptor came a couple of years ago when I did a training in sculpting for surgeons. Sculpting for surgeons is a process where several of the best sculptors in the world attended training, and where we sculpt actually a female model who is in certain poses during the course of the training, and we sculpt her anatomy into a clay model. And that's where this comes from. So that's the meaning of the clay model. We often get the question, how long does it take? And that's one of the things about Earl MD is we offer dual CoolSculpting. What does dual CoolSculpting mean? It means that we have two CoolSculpting machines that we're able to treat separate areas at the same time. Very few practices in Northwest Arkansas have this, and we're one of the first to offer it. And it's nice because it decreases your treatment time in half. We know your time is valuable, and we want to get you back into work or to get back to your regular daily activities as fast as we can. The other part of increasing the efficiency of treatment is that we use the Cool Advantage applicators. Cool Advantage applicators decrease your treatment time again in half, and decreases your discomfort as well. So now let's get to some of the questions that were asked today on Instagram and Facebook and through email. My office manager printed off these questions for you, and I want to just read them to you and answer those questions as best as I can. So we discussed a little bit how CoolSculpting works. Joanne asked, how much fat is lost? CoolSculpting is not a weight loss procedure, it's a fat loss procedure. We are destroying fat cells, and when you destroy those fat cells, they're gone for good. The only time we grow new fat cells back is at birth, puberty, or third trimester of pregnancy. So each treatment that you do with CoolSculpting, you're going to lose 20 to 25% fat. And we recommend to treat to transformation, which usually requires 2 separate sessions of treatment. If there's smaller volumes of fat that need to be treated, then only 1 session may be sufficient, but we will determine that at your consultation. Mike asks, how much downtime is there? The downtime, the nice thing about CoolSculpting is there's no incisions, there's no downtime, and you can go back to work the same day. CoolSculpting is different from traditional liposuction in that regard. It's much safer than doing traditional liposuction, and the patients just love the fact that they don't have any downtime. They go back to work the same day. Becky asks, is it painful? The first part of CoolSculpting, the first 8 to 10 minutes can be uncomfortable. I've had my neck done, had it done almost 6 weeks ago. I'm due for my second treatment, and the first 8 to 10 minutes were uncomfortable, but very doable. I always tell my patients, hey, if I can do it, you can do it too. And but I really like the idea of CoolSculpting because it targets those hard to reach stubborn fat. When you're doing dieting and exercise, we're shrinking the fat cells from head to toe. We're not getting rid of fat cells. The dieting and exercise is a temporary solution, whereas CoolSculpting, through destroying the fat cell, is a permanent solution. For me particularly, I like the fact that I've had basal lipo done on my chest, abdomen, and low back, and then I'm doing CoolSculpting on my neck. I'm leaving some fat in my cheeks. I've still got too much fat up there, but it does. Fat has a wonderful way of being a filler. If I were to lose 20 pounds, I would look 5 years older. So one of the benefits of CoolSculpting is to lose it where you need to lose it, save it where you want to save it. I'm not against dieting and exercise. I think that it's a great tool, but I think that CoolSculpting is a very powerful tool to get your body looking the way you want it to look without having to sacrifice a more aged face as well. Bill asks, is it permanent? Like we talked about, it is permanent. The only time we grow new fat cells back is at birth, puberty, and third trimester of pregnancy. So that's the beauty of CoolSculpting is once those fat cells are destroyed, the body gradually removes them over the course of about 3 months through the natural waste processes, and they're gone for good. Is the doctor involved? Julia asks. Yes, I will be involved in your treatment. That's one of the differentiating aspects of my clinic over others is that the doctor will always be involved in your treatment. I will design your treatment with your input to make sure that we're on the same page and we're going to get you the look that you want. Julia also asked, what makes you different from all the other clinics in town? And I think besides the fact that we were recently voted by Cityscapes as the best body contouring facility in Northwest Arkansas, which is a great honor, very privileged to have that. We're always looking to improve. We're always looking to find ways that we can make our patients more comfortable during their treatment and get the results that they want. And I personally attend continuing medical education every year in this regard, attending workshops of sculpting for surgeons, the CoolSculpting University. All my staff will be at CoolSculpting University. We want to make sure that we do everything on our part to ensure that you get the very best result safely with minimal discomfort. I will use my knowledge through training in Vaser high definition liposculpture, as well as I do a lot of Brazilian butt lifts. All of this knowledge I feel like has come to play in helping Earl MD differentiate itself to get you the best sculpted look through CoolSculpting. Just to sum up what we just talked about, CoolSculpting is a wonderful sculpting tool that freezes fat by taking the temperature of the fat cells down to 11 degrees Celsius, which destroys the fat cell. When the fat cell is destroyed, the body gradually removes those in 3 months, and it's a permanent form of fat loss. Each treatment, you lose 25% fat, and it's a permanent form of fat loss. At Earl MD, you'll always have a doctor involved in your treatments that's high-def certified, that continues to train and upgrade his medical education. You'll always have dual CoolSculpting that will decrease your treatment time, improve your efficiency, and decrease your discomfort. Come experience the Earl MD difference.